We are live.
Namaste. Welcome to Sampoorna Nari Talks.
You're muted.
Namaste. Welcome to Sampoorna Nari Talks. And today, again, we have come with a very interesting speaker with us, Deepa Chaudhary. I welcome you all. I am Poonam Upadhyay, being a dietitian and in holistic firm, working with women, founder of Tathastu Holistic Health and Sampoorna Nari. We connect lots with women, and we are glad to introduce to you Deepa Chaudhary, who is she does lots of different things professionally, passionately. She's a corporate professional, over a decade experience in corporate world, and she is into profile of developing and executing business operations, project evacuation to accomplish top and bottom line profitability. And she has worked in many companies like Mahale, Anand Filter Companies, Nokia, Oracle, KPMS, BNS. She is EA Leader of the Year award at 50. She got uh, at 5th Executive Assistant Leadership Digital Masterclass and Award. So she was awarded with this, and she was also awarded with Women Employment of the Year in Business Award, 2nd International Inspirational Woman Award. Wow, that's really very inspiring, Deepa. Welcome to Sampoorna Nari Talks, and we are really grateful that you accepted our invitation and you are sharing your journey with the audiences. With this, you are also a public speaker, anchor, corporate professional. That's really great. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Poonam, for having me here, for giving me the opportunity to share the screen with you. Otherwise, we could have had it face to face, but now uncertain times, we are having these virtual sessions. Thank you so much, and humbled and honored.
That's really our pleasure, and you are into various things, doing various professional, passionate about that, professionally also working. That's really great, because women usually, they have their own thought which is limiting them, that they can only be doing one thing at one time, and because they have to balance the work and family. So all the women who are into corporate world, all who are listening to Deepa, so they will be really inspired to know that it's not that if you are looking family and work, you cannot do justice to both, and you cannot explore the options which are there in the work fraternity. So that will be really nice, and that's why we want to know about your journey. And as the journey starts from the childhood, so I want to know about your childhood. How was your childhood, and any memories if you can connect of your childhood with the things you are doing today?
See, my childhood, I've been brought up in Delhi, okay, and we used to stay in Karol Bagh. So that is, my school was just walking distance from my home, and we used to walk to school and come back walking. And nice memories of my childhood, that I've always been there a lot more engaged in extra co-curricular activities. Okay, so I've been there always in front of the mic, on the stage, whether it is singing, dancing, extempore, debate competition, quiz competition, I'm always there. So, so that is something which I started as my childhood itself, initial days itself. So that was the base that helped me a lot in my communications, in facing and interacting with people around. So that gave me a lot of confidence and a lot of exposure to and to face challenges also. Because now that we look up to our kids, and when we talk about academics, so I am the one person who believes that extracurricular activities are equally important. They are equally
Wow.
important because they play a role in developing you, grooming you, uh, what do you say, soft skills, your personality, gives you that confidence, boost that confidence, and then your entire character, your personality shapes up like that, which gives you the confidence once you go out, after you step out of your school days and you go out in the corporate world or in that professional world. You have that base very strong, because then facing people or stage or communications or something like business development or sales meetings, that is not something new to you. You have been doing it since childhood. So वो बहुत जरूरी है जी.
Absolutely. And जिस तरह
Coming,
से आपने you were knowing and from childhood what was your passion and you were working towards it, and this in this pandemic we have realized कि जो extra curricular activity है वो development के लिए कितनी जरूरी होती है, कितना major role it's playing, and today we are actually for like we want to go out, we want to play, and we are missing that things. And we can see, I have kids, I live in a joint family, I can see that how it impacts the kids, that it's very much essential. So as you said, it's very much important.
absolutely. I mean, look at it. How much of a bookworm can you make up a child? In order, what they say, all work or and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
somewhat like that. But हमारे लिए भी आजकल, हमारे लिए भी, हम भी ऑफिस नहीं जाते, घर में ही रहते हैं. इनफैक्ट अपने गेट से बाहर तक भी नहीं निकलते हम. तो उस हिसाब से तो अब देखें कि घर में ही that music and singing and reading, no, all these things are there to keep us engaged, and which are very much required now that now is the time that we are able to give our families, we're able to talk, because we don't have anybody else apart from that the phone screen or calling someone. And so अब वो जो चीजें होती थी पहले कि हमारी पुरानी बातें बताएं या कोई किस्सा सुनाए, कहानी सुनाए, वो अब अच्छा लगता है. हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है.
And we are, I think कि ऐसे जब स्कूल की बात करें या हमारी लाइफस्टाइल की बात करें तो we feel so blessed because ये सोशल मीडिया इतना नहीं था, मोबाइल और ये डिवाइसेस इतने नहीं थे, तो we know we have good friends around which are actually a support system for our own self, and even like the society it helps to develop. But अब आजकल ऐसा भी हो गया है कि हाँ it is helping कि चीजें चल रही हैं, पर कभी कभी yes that imbalance also happens. So
See,
that's really nice to know.
my view on that is that these are uncertain times, like pandemic times. Now imagine what if a pandemic came like 10 years back, where we did not had Amazon or a Grofers to get our groceries delivered, or we had nothing like Zoom or Google Meet or Teams to get our official meetings coordinated like this. So while we are sitting at home, and also third factor would have been kids would not have been studying if the schools have been shut, right? So जो 10 साल पहले अगर ये आ गया होता तो परेशानियां और बढ़ जाती. अभी फिर भी हम स्टिल परेशानी में है, बट उस हद तक कमी है.
Very true, very true.
So technology has advanced, and which is very good considering all the facts. हम कहते हैं कि ये टाइम सही नहीं है, 10 साल पहले कहते तो और बुरा होता.
Absolutely, absolutely.
जी.
That's really nice to know. And इससे childhood तो बहुत अच्छी memories है हमारे पास, and like what you shared was awesome. So what made you that passionate about your work, about your profession that you are today, and how you opted choice where you you want to enter into corporates and that field?
See, the role that I am the executive assistant to the COO, who's equivalent to the managing director in our organization. I work for a German automotive firm. So, coming to the current profile that I am with, I did not wanted to be this. I'll be very honest. मुझे नहीं चाहिए था. This was not my dream role. Okay, so I became an executive assistant by fluke. It so happened that I was working in WNS Gurgaon. I was working for an international executive research firm. What do you say? Operations team, and there came the recession times. Okay, where I was working for a project in Dubai, for a Dubai project, and that project was called off due to recession, the downturn, the famous one. And there we had no jobs, and for 2 months our company did paid us. Of course, we were coming to office also, but we had no computers to work for, and login IDs, nothing. And but still, they were searching for job opportunities for us. We were given training classes on Excel sheets, PowerPoint presentations, interview questions. But then that was the time I had hardly like 6-7 months of experience. So I was fairly new to the corporate world, and there that my project got bombed, and I was there looking nowhere, as if now start होने से पहले ही career खत्म हो गया लगता है. तो अब क्या बचा है? अब घर में जाएं तो घर वाले शादी करवा देंगे. तो हमारा तो करियर स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ, ऐसे हो गया. सो दैट वाज द टाइम. इट्स किस्सा है कि मुझे मेरी टीम के बाहर, लाइक डोर के बाहर एक गोल्ड चेन मिली. ओके, ऐसे ही ऑफिस में लंच टाइम में ऐसी बाहर निकली और मेरी पैर से टकरा के, एंड आई फाउंड इट, एंड मैंने ऐसी दे दी. मेरे को लगा गोल्ड चेन थी प्रॉपर, लॉस्ट एंड फाउंड रूम में दे दी मैंने. एंड आफ्टर फ्यू आवर्स, कुछ घंटे बाद एक ईमेल आ रहा है मेरे मैनेजर के पास, मार्किंग सीसी टू ऑल द सीनियर लीडरशिप ऑफ द कंपनी that such an honest act and bravo, we are proud of this girl and this and that. वो एक solid साउथ इंडियन मंगलसूत्र जैसी चेन थी जो कि गोल्ड की थी. तो वो एक बात थी कि मुझे नहीं पता था गोल्ड की थी. तो उनको लगा कि शी इज अ गर्ल फुल ऑफ इंटेग्रिटी. सो इससे ईमानदार ऑनेस्ट एम्प्लॉय नहीं है हमारे पास. So that was the time, and I was offered this role of the CEO's executive assistant. There was one position, and they wanted to reward me something. कुछ था, so they said this girl doesn't have a job. हम इसके लिए job ढूंढेंगे, अब अपनी कंपनी में job निकालेंगे. So that was the thing, and that gold chain belonged to that executive assistant of that CEO only, who was in her exit days. She had already resigned and they were looking for a replacement, and when she got to know, and she said, why don't you join in my place? So I said, I don't know anything about this sorts, and she said, I'll train you, I'll groom you, but the honesty and the dedicated levels, commitment levels that you have, this is what we need for this role. And there was a time that I was trained, I was groomed, I was got into the corporate world at such a senior reporting to such a senior person, and this is the time when my journey started. ये मुझे चाहिए नहीं था, but मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि ये मेरी झोली में आके ऐसे ही गिरा, मतलब जो कहते हैं ना कि किस्मत में था. So it was all destined, and now then I thought, when I look back, I think everything happens for a reason. It almost looks like a plan. किसे पता था कि वो चेन उनकी निकलेगी और उनकी रिप्लेसमेंट मैं ज्वाइन हो जाऊंगी. So after 3 years with WNS, and then I hopped on to assist a French expat for international experience. I wanted to gain some international exposure working with the expats. So I did that. Then I hopped into KPMG, and other than then I hopped into Oracle. Now that international experience which I had working with French people gave me the exposure, gave me that eligibility to be selected at Oracle JPAC sales team. So that was a pre-sales role along with the executive assistant, and they said that you have already worked with expats and foreigners. And you along with the executive assistant role. So I had almost the right mix of what they were looking for, and so I was selected in Oracle. And Oracle was the time that gave me another biggest achievement of my life so far, and that was international event management exposure. So there was a 100 attendee sales training camp which was supposed to happen, and they looked for all the locations, and the economical one came out to be Thailand. So they said that, okay, well, let's do it in Thailand and Bangkok. So an Oracle gave me my first international visa to travel to Bangkok to organize this event, and that was the biggest achievement and exposure that I believe that I have in my career, because that involved a lot of interaction, not with Indians, but with global attendees, the speakers, right from everything, from their flights to hotels to cruise dinner, and the menu of that cruise dinner. So I was there everywhere, from the scratch, planning, execution, talking to 100 people. So that was crazy, but that was the happiest milestone, successful milestone I have so far.
That was
So
your passion. That's why I think you enjoyed that goal. That you did it with full enjoyment. That's why it came out so well.
Absolutely, and I was very nervous. I was very nervous because अपने देश से बाहर पहली बार जा रहे हैं, नंबर वन. सो एंड पहला इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं इंटरनेशनली देश के बाहर, बट my team members were very supportive. I was a part of Japan Asia Pacific team. So मेरे पास मेरे teammates थे जापान, कोरिया, चाइना, ताइवान, वियतनाम. तो मैं बात इंडियन से इंडियन के हमारे कुछ 7-8 लोग थे, एंड सारे इधर के ही थे, एंड ऊपर से ग्लोबल स्पीकर्स थे फ्रॉम यूएस, यूके, जर्मनी, फ्रांस. सो ये सारे थे. सो बहुत मजा आया, बहुत नर्वसनेस भी थी, but everything was organized very well, and the appreciations that I received after that successful event and the visibility it gave me, I was a name. मतलब तब लोग मुझे जानने लगे, तो अपने देश में ही नहीं, बाहर की टीम्स में भी जानने लगे. So that was a very overwhelming.
Wow, really nice to know. For the woman, she has that power and potential, and she utilizes properly, so she can really go ahead and prove to her own self that yes, she is worth and she can reach that height. So very nice experience you shared, Deepa. So a very nice journey. So इतनी अच्छी जर्नी में
नहीं, जर्नी अभी खत्म नहीं हुई है. It so happened that I faced what do you say, cost cutting twice again. So one that happened when Nokia merged with Alcatel-Lucent. Okay, so overlapping roles were made redundant. So I was a high paid resource, so I was replaced by a almost same profile and lesser less expensive resource, if I should be calling that. But then it so happened, then I joined as a head of administration for an interior design firm. Previous to that, that again, Carrefour, the company that I was working for, it's a competitor of Walmart. They had their operation shut down due to FDI policies of the Modi government. So they shut down all their 5 locations. I was again jobless with no fault of mine. So it so happened that they gave us, of course, the compensation amount and everything, but they've also asked us to look for jobs. So then there was the time that I got Nokia, and after 2 years of spending with Nokia, again I was again looking for a job because again cost cutting. So those were the really difficult times, facing it thrice, thrice. So आसान नहीं होता, trust me. जो कहते हैं जिससे बीतती है उसी को पता है. I can still understand these are uncertain times. A lot of people are still losing their jobs, and I can relate to it because I've faced it. I've faced it not once, but thrice in my life. But what I can say, and the message that I want to give to people around, is that now, when I look back at my journey, I can say I was hopeless. I was devastated. I was depressed the time when I lost those jobs due to those cost cuttings and shutdowns. But the next opportunity that I got was much better than that, was very much better than what I was crying for. So, कहते हैं ना कि जो आगे मिलेगा वो अच्छा मिलेगा. And I've experienced it. I am the live example of it. जो मुझे आगे मिला है, आज जब मैं पीछे मुड़ के देखती हूँ तो वो उससे अच्छा ही था. आज मैं कह सकती हूँ, उस टाइम समझ नहीं आता. उस टाइम ऐसा लगता है कि बस खत्म हो गया सब कुछ. पर आगे कुछ अच्छा ही लिखा है. समय परीक्षा लेता है, पर ये इम्तिहान पास करने जरूरी है. Patience is required, and you'll surely get something better. You just need to wait for the right time.
So true, and very much required. Patience is the key. Or and hard working, like you were hard working, you were passionate. So कहीं ना कहीं अगर मतलब चीजें तो situations तो आते रहेंगे, पर if you are in that level, definitely कहीं ना कहीं अच्छा होना ही होना है. So that is your story which you are sharing will inspire many, because ये टाइम पे बहुत सारी चीजें चल रही हैं और वुमेन बहुत जगह से, एक तो घर से भी हो रहे हैं because they are the one who are doing the job at workplace also. Online भी चल रहा है, घर भी चल रहा है, बच्चे भी देख रहे हैं. Multiple roles to play, and the situation is not same for them. From 2 years, I think from past 2 years, the burden has increased, and no one is actually recognizing that and appreciating that. So stories like your story will really inspire them कि नहीं, अगर मतलब पेशेंस है, अपना हुनर है अंदर, तो कहीं ना कहीं आगे जाके उसका प्रॉपर फल भी मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. So that's really very inspirational. So in this journey, who all inspired you? Because कभी इतना हाई एकदम लो जाना, हाई जाना, और फिर ये जर्नी कंटिन्यू करके रखना, मल्टीपल रोल्स प्ले करना, उसके बाद भी लगे रहना कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई चीज में जहाँ आपका ध्यान है, आपका पैशन है. So who all inspired you to be, to keep you going and still keeping you strong?
See, I had my own mentors in the corporate world, I must say. Okay. But before coming to the corporate world, it is my mother who has always been a source of inspiration, motivation, and my brother also. And he's always used to say, Deepa, why you feel so low about it? You will sail through, and you have always, because every time we had our lows in life, okay, and we have always come up stronger. I mean, like we come back like a spring. If you take it low, 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 and it will come back stronger every time. So, just a second. So, I've always been like that, and every time I used to feel very low, and my mom used to be, "Tu sherni hai meri." इतनी जल्दी हार नहीं माननी. So I was the other day I was watching this movie Sanya, and there her mother also says the same thing. तो शेरनी है मेरी, and then I was like, ये तो मम्मा का dialogue है. So so and my brother, and though he doesn't empathize that much, but the words he say are truly motivating, inspiring enough, as if like we have not learned to fall and not get up again. Even if we have to fall or we fail, we will rise up higher and higher every time. So my mother, my brother, my mentors in the corporate world, like when I face these recession times and cost cutting, so I had a very good network of people, which I can say were my people. Though I've had good friends everywhere, but those were the ones who groomed me how to carry yourself, कैसे चलना है, कैसे बैठना है, कैसे किससे बात करनी है, कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड के तौर तरीके, PowerPoint presentations, you need to give your speeches, meetings, कैसे करना है, how do you carry yourself. So even my managers, my bosses have been very kind. They gave me the liberty, the flexibility to join the projects that I wanted. They could see it in me that ये कर लेगी, और वो कर लेगी की बात आपको दिखानी होती है. You need to make the other person realize कि हाँ, I can take it up, even if it requires a lot of hard work, a lot of pressurizing situations. ये कर लेगी. वो जो एक कॉन्फिडेंस आपको दूसरे को दिखाना है, तभी आपको आगे more responsibilities, better quality of work, and बहुत कुछ करने का अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा. पर आपको खुद में तो सबसे पहले वो कॉन्फिडेंस अंदर से आना चाहिए, खुद से आना चाहिए. कभी कभी नहीं आता था, कभी कभी ड्यू टू सम सर्कमस्टांसेस, एंड वी आर ऑल ह्यूमंस, हम हार जाते हैं. कभी हम सोचते हैं कि मे बी शायद मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. बट देन आई हैड my mother, my brother, and I used to consult कि ये मिल रहा है, ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बट ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, मुझे करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए. अगर मेरे से अच्छे से नहीं हो पाया तो, अगर मुझसे नहीं हो पाया तो एम्बैरेसिंग ना हो जाए, मजाक ना उड़ जाए. सोचते हैं ना हम कभी कभी ऐसा कि हमसे नहीं हो पाया तो फिर then it was always like my brother was always like get into it, I'm sure you will be able to do it. And the words he used to say is like तू कर लेगी, तू किसी तरह कर लेगी. मुझे पता है तुझे अगर कोई चीज पसंद है तो कोई भी तरह से वो चीज चाहिए. अगर the day you get that, and मुझ में है ऐसी चीज कि अगर मुझे कोई चीज चाहिए या कोई एक प्रोजेक्ट चाहिए, कोई एक पोजीशन मुझे दिख गई है कि मुझे ये चाहिए, उसके जैसा बनना है, या मुझे ये अवार्ड चाहिए अगले साल, मैं इतनी मेहनत करती हूँ कि मैं वहां तक पहुंच के ही रहती हूँ. I'm so sorry if I'm sounding overconfident, but there has been a time when I wanted this project very badly, and I told my manager that sir, I need this project, and he was like, this would require double of your work, and do you have that bandwidth? I said, I'll work day and night, and I'll manage it somehow, but and I'll do it. I'll do all the efforts and the learnings and the grooming to get into this project. But just try me for 3 months. Just try me for 3 months, and I'm sure I'll be able to sail through. And I did it so beautifully that, of course, I did it for a year then, and the next year also. And that project made me travel almost every month to Pune, to all the other locations, Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai. I've traveled everywhere. And but for those 3 months, I was on that observation and that probation period where those testing times were there. So I sailed through because बिकॉज वो कहते हैं ना कि मछली की आंख वाली बात, मुझे चाहिए था वो प्रोजेक्ट, तो मैंने जी जान लगा दी थी और वो मैंने मिल के रहा। एक अवार्ड मुझे चाहिए था, एंड बट जिसके लिए मेरी एलिजिबिलिटी भी नहीं थी। एंड आई टोल्ड माय बॉस, सर, I need for the appraisal meeting when it happened. I said, "Sir, I want to get that. I'm eyeing for that award. I want to show uh, my people, my teammates, my family that I stand somewhere outside in the corporate world." इधर एक अवार्ड चाहिए होता है। सो अब देख रहे हैं सबको मिल रहा है, ऐसे सब मुझे भी चाहिए अगले साल ये अवार्ड। कैन यू टेल मी इस अवार्ड के लिए क्या क्या करना है मुझे? So and he told me all the points. Okay, you can get into this project, you can get into that project, and then you might be recommended for that award. And I did everything, and the next year I won that award, and the next year I was among the speakers for that award ceremony.
Wow, that's really great and motivating.
Thank you so much.
So आप तो like इतनी सारी struggle challenges आपके साथ हुए हैं, then too you are like sailing through. So any other struggle and challenges which you remember, which you want to share with other women out there, and how you managed and what were they?
Other struggles and challenges. See, being a woman in the corporate world, अपनी एक अलग पहचान बनाना और डबल हार्ड वर्क करके खुद को प्रूव करना, so that you are taken more seriously. वो एक चीज मैंने देखी है, वो बहुत ही जरूरी है, and I worked hard for it. Apart from that, of course, workload has always been there, but then I have my own strategies to manage my time well. When I say that, okay, I want to get into it, and I want to take on that additional responsibility, so I manage my time really well. This morning only I was talking to my purchase head, and he was like, will you be able to do that? Do you have that bandwidth? आप करोगे कैसे मैनेज? इतना सारा काम हो जाएगा, ये एक एडिशनल रोल. So I said, sir, I can work late nights, I'll work early mornings, and but I'll manage. You trust me on that. I will manage my time to take up that additional role. So of course I have done that. When I have these add-on projects or events coming up, I get up at 5. I get up at 5, and 5 to 9, I prepare for those meetings, those extra sessions, and then almost by 12, 1, 2, whatever it takes. मुझे नींद ही नहीं आती जब तक मेरा वो प्रोजेक्ट या जो काम होता है वो पूरा नहीं होता. And trust me when I say that, I used to think that it's only in the quotations or in the books, so when they say those dreams that don't let you sleep. Trust me on that. I have myself experienced it.
Wow,
And
you are living with passion.
Oh, exactly. The right word is passion. I mean, I'm very passionate about things, projects, roles, responsibilities, awards that I want. I put all my 100 and 200% to get that.
That's
I'm very passionate about it, or maybe you can say I'm very जिद्दी about it. जुनूनियत है. So
होनी
अब जो
चाहिए.
है सो है.
That's really nice. And हर तरह की women होती हैं अपनी सोसाइटी में, जो हमें हर जगह लोगों को एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए और उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए. It's there, as you said, वो है तो है. Accept it with love and use it for your well-being and well-being of society. It will reap good out of it. और अगर हम उस चीज को ही चेंज करना चाहे जो क्वालिटी हमारे अंदर है, तो दिस विल बी ऑफ नो यूज. सो दैट्स रियली नाइस टू नो कि you know about your qualities and you say it confidently and you are proud of it. So we all should be proud of the qualities which we have. That's really nice. So very
हर
nice
किसी
to
को
know.
पसंद नहीं आती, हर किसी को, मतलब आई एम टेलिंग यू वेरी ऑनेस्टली, हर किसी को पसंद नहीं आती है, because people have that very fixed mindset about women, that they should not be that ambitious. I mean, I understand times have changed, but those mindsets still remain, whether it is in our family, relatives, in the corporate world. Of course they have. एक रोल से अगर आप ज्यादा करके दिखाते हैं या आप ज्यादा करना चाहते हैं, आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट, आपको लोग पीछे खींचते जरूर हैं, कह के कि क्या जरूरत है इतना करने की, जरूरी नहीं है कि आप इतना करें, आपको सैलरी उतनी ही मिलेगी, पर आप इसके एडिशनल भी करना चाहती हैं तो मतलब उनको लगता है कि ये बहुत क्या बोले, ज्यादा महत्वाकांक्षी है ऑफ कोर्स, बट कुछ लोगों को समझ नहीं आती है बात, दे डोंट अप्रिशिएट इट दैट मच, दे डोंट सपोर्ट यू दैट मच. वो होता है कि आपसे पहले जो थी या आप जिसका रिप्लेसमेंट है, सो वो तो इतना नहीं करती थी, वो तो हर चीज में इतना बढ़ के नहीं करती थी या इतना बढ़ के पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करती थी, आपको भी करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, आपको भी करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, बट आपको करना है तो फिर ये आप अपने ही रिस्क पे कर रहे हैं. बट मुझे वो रिस्क लेने अच्छे लगते हैं, मुझे हर चीज प्रमोशन, इंक्रीमेंट या फिर उस रोल के दायरे में ही रह के करना. I prefer to go that extra mile. I prefer to go beyond that edge. थोड़ा एक अपना एक्स्ट्रा करना है, अपनी एक पहचान बनानी है, so that जब पलट के देखें तो कहें कि दीपा से अच्छा नहीं किया किसी ने.
Give your 100% to that thing what you are doing.
Yes, एक अपना, एक हर किसी का, everyone has a magic to it. Of course, if I, example, if I'm cooking, if I'm making पाव भाजी, हर एक के हाथ का एक अपना स्वाद होता है, and if you would make it, I'm sure it would taste different, right? So एक अपने हाथ का स्वाद डालना तो जरूरी है, ये नहीं है कि हर कोई सेम डालता है, बट एक अपना काम करने का आपका अपना एक स्टाइल होता है, एक अपना एक अपनी एक पहचान तो बनाए. यू आर अ ब्रांड, यू आर नॉट अ एवरीडे पर्सन, यू थिंक ऑफ योरसेल्फ एज अ ब्रांड. तब आपको पता चलेगा कि आपके अपने ब्रांड की पहचान क्या है, एकदम खाते ही पहचान जाए कि ये तो दीपा ने बनाया है या ये तो पूनम ने बनाया है. वो जो एक बात आ जाती है ना, तो वो बात अगर यहाँ आ जाए तो फिर then you have no look backs.
Wow, that's really inspiring. And we should all have that fuel burning always. That's really nice.
होता है ना ये कि कोई खा के एकदम से बोल देता है कि पहचान के बोल देता है कि ये आपने नहीं बनाई, ये तो दीपा ने बनाई है. मेरी पावर पॉइंट की प्रेजेंटेशंस देख के बता देते हैं लोग कि ये दीपा ने बनाई है, आपने दीपा से हेल्प ली है. So, ऐसा भी होता है.
That's really great. So wow, nice to know about your journey. आप मतलब जिस तरह से आप डील करते हैं, जिस तरह से आप अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट करते हैं. So as a Sampurna Nari, what is that one message which you want to give to all the Sampurna Naris listening to you out there?
Mine would be that accept yourself the way you are. Okay, try to improve, upgrade yourself every day, even it is like bit by bit. The smallest of the act that you do today, try to do a little better than that the next day. And you cannot improve overnight. You cannot improve like snap of fingers. You will improve a bit by bit. Example, if I go for a walk and I can walk for 10 minutes, let me set my time a watch for 11 minutes for tomorrow. I'm sure I will be able to do that. The other day I'll make it for 12 minutes, the other day for 13, and that ways I'll be able to walk for like half an hour, 1 hour after a lot many days. So just do it, try it like a bit by bit, and manage your time well, because 24 hours everybody have their in their hands. So it is up to you how you manage it well. If you say I don't get time to do all this, so try to get up early. Set up your alarm watch to rise up early by 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes early. I'm sure you'll be able to rise up at the right time where you'll find a time to go for your walks, to do your workouts. And at that time, which you struggle to find about yourself. वो जो अपने लिए टाइम की हम स्ट्रगल करते रहते हैं, वो आपको अपने खुद की एफर्ट से ही निकालना है.
Right. Very
जादू
true.
आपकी मुट्ठी में ही है, आपको ही किसी तरह निकालना है. एंड थर्ड थिंग आई वुड इंसिस्ट, stay fit. Try to stay fit physically, emotionally, that ways, to keep yourself happy, to keep yourself motivated, inspired, to do that extra thing, extra work and extra responsibility. It comes from within. अगर आप शरीर से ही स्वस्थ नहीं है, मन से ही स्वस्थ नहीं है, तो फिर आप वो एडिशनल एक्स्ट्रा नया कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे. अगर आज मेरे हाथ में दर्द है, एंड एक्चुअली है, आई स्प्रेन माय शोल्डर, सो मैं रिवर राफ्टिंग के लिए गई थी और मेरे शोल्डर में झटका लग गया था, एंड फ्रॉम 3 weeks आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद स्लाइट पेन. सो बट देन आई रियलाइज्ड वन थिंग, दैट ये शरीर का सुख सबसे बड़ा सुख है. आपका शरीर आपका साथ देगा तब आप आगे कुछ कर पाएंगे, तभी आप अपनी फैमिली की भी ज्यादा सपोर्ट कर पाएंगे, केयर कर पाएंगे. आपको पहले कहते हैं ना कि दूसरों की सहायता करने से पहले स्वयं की सहायता करें. तो पहले अपने ऊपर ध्यान दें, और जरूर दें. और ये है कि टाइम नहीं मिलता तो टाइम निकालें. 5 मिनट करके, 10 मिनट करके, धीरे धीरे 5-5 मिनट रोज बढ़ाएं, तो वो टाइम निकलेगा. अंदर से आपकी इच्छा होनी चाहिए, और वो इच्छा कंटिन्यूअस होनी चाहिए. ये नहीं कि आज मन कर गया और कल नहीं किया.
Definitely. और बहुत सिंपल टिप्स दिए हैं आपने. यूजुअली सीधे हम लोग ट्राई करते हैं लॉन्ग जंप करने को, तो पहले शॉर्ट करें, बेबी स्टेप्स ले. जैसे जल्दी उठना है तो आप, या एक्सरसाइज करना है तो 5-10 मिनट बढ़ा के ले. जल्दी उठना है तो 5-10 मिनट थोड़ा जल्दी उठिए, ऑटोमेटिकली वो हैबिट हो जाएगी. तो दैट इज रियली वर्थ ट्राइंग. एवरीवन शुड ट्राई दैट आउट. And thank you, Deepa. Like, it was really great speaking to you, interacting with you, and sharing about your life journey. Many of women must have surely motivated, and definitely they will lead the way now you are leading your society, your company around you. Definitely they will learn from today's session and they will move ahead. So that was really nice of you for taking out time and interacting with us here and motivating all the women who are listening. Thank you for your time and your energy.
Thank you so much, Poonam. Thank you. आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत मजा आया. And hope we'll stay connected always. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.